Hello, this is the HVAC Budget Channel bringing you another multi-tool video. This will be a mod of the Leatherman Wave Plus. So as a background, I wanted to mention that this Leatherman Wave had already had some broken plier head, so I had to actually grind that down to make sure that it would meet there. So I had already modded this to some extent just to take care of the issue that it had. So I was thinking, how could we make the Leatherman Wave Plus equal to or to have more capability as a survival tool? So I know this may be controversial. Many people I've seen on EDC forums already consider the Leatherman Wave Plus the multi-tool to use for survival, even more than the Signal, which I sort of find surprising since it's more of a dedicated survival tool. But so anyway, I was thinking what tools could be added, what tools could be removed, how could this be made even better than it is? So I don't know if you'll agree with me. These are just most of these are temporary changes I've made to the tool, and I will see if I like them going on in the future. So I was thinking, how could I use this for camping and hiking and so forth? So one of the first mods I did was fairly easy. This is actually going to be the Keybar Fork. This is 2.63 inches, I believe. This is considered the Keybar Fork 403, I believe what it's called. It goes for $9 on the Keybar website. And I might have gotten it a little cheaper off eBay, but this is a little bit different in dimensions, I believe, to the Leatherman fork that was on their, I forget the name of it now, but the Leatherman multi-tool made for the picnic flare, I believe it was called. So this is a little bit different in dimensions. The flare fork you can find on eBay for about $30, so this was about $20 cheaper. And I just wanted to see if it was possible to make it work. So I did have to do some grinding and cutting to put this notch in here. I also made this notch flat. If I did it again, I think I would flip the fork around because the most important part is the locking mechanism, which actually fits right here. And I actually did not have enough metal to make it lock solidly in place. It locks pretty well in place, but there is a little bit of play. So if I had to do it again, I would probably flip this around where there's more metal on the other side. Not worry about it so much locking or fitting on this side, but make sure it had that lock, enough metal to lock on that side. So, but it does retract and go back, and it does fit fairly well. The metal does not stick out very much on this side at all, so I was pretty happy with how that turned out. I was able to drill out the hole from the Keybar tool so that the pivot, outer pivot screw actually does go through this implement. So one of the ways I was able to do that, first I tried some Walmart grinding stones. They have some, it's not Dremel, but it's their own brand, some grinding stones. And I've used those and they are fairly effective if you have a couple days to use them. But what I actually found was screw extractors on this softer metal, I guess, of the Keybar. Anyway, they seem to work fairly well. So it still takes time. You have to be patient. So I started with this size, which I forget which size this is. I think it may have worn off the tool. But anyway, and then I actually went up to this, which is 5/32, I believe. So yes, this is the 5/32 drill extractor. So this is the one below it, and then this is the 5/32. And that was, I was able to get the hole big enough for the hole, not really hinge, but the bolt that goes through here. This side just screws into the bolt that goes through everything there. So what I removed was actually the serrated knife blade. I still have a knife blade, I still have a saw blade, and I still have a file for sharpening any tools if I would go hiking or camping. So I still have all those implements. So I just added the fork. Now I did want to mention that there is an add-on if you just want a spork add-on. I believe it's Metro PC or Zip Wizard. It's not Zip Wizard, but one of those guys. They've actually made a spork that actually fits in this slot right here, so that you can just add it on. But I don't think you're able to use it with the tool closed, so that's why I like this fork right here. I can actually use it and leave it in this tool. All right, so the other thing I was working on, a couple other things, but one of the other things was I was working on making, since this does not have an awl, I actually put a leather sewing needle in the slot of the mini eyeglass screwdriver. Now I had to do a lot of grinding work on this, and this does come out, maybe. I had to do a lot of grinding work, and it took a lot of time, but I finally was able to get it so it does fit in there. And then I was able to get it to close as well. This, I have to fit it back in here a little bit more, but it does there. It does close in the tool as well. All right, and then the last mod that I did is I wanted to actually change the large screwdriver into a chisel, and so I was able to grind that down to a chisel point, and that actually works really well. I actually tested it out on my tool bench, and it was just really scraping up the wood, so I was pretty happy with that. It needs a lot more refining. I need to refine the edge, but this is just the rough giraffe version of this for now. So I've got some more things I want to do with the Leatherman Wave to make it truly a survival tool. I've got a couple more ideas, 2 more for now, and I may think of some more in the future. So this will be part 1, and when I get the other mods done, I will try to add another video. Hope you like, subscribe, and enjoy, and I'd love to hear about what you think would make this better for a survival tool. I think it's already an excellent survival tool, but there's a couple things that you can add to just make it a little bit more of a wilderness survival ultimate tool. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.